Whoopsie. Starting soon again. Nope. Did it again. What am I doing? I'm not with it tonight. Sorry, forgive me. I don't know what's going on. Hello, Ricochet. Hello and welcome or welcome back to the stream. I'm very sleepy. I'm very, very sleepy today, so I'm gonna do my best. Hey, Delta. I went to the dentist today, and the dentist was the nicest lady. She was so sweet. She was like such a mother hen lady, and she was all concerned about like how much medication I was on and stuff. And like she walked me out and was like talking to the receptionist, and she's like recommending me all of these things, and she was so cute. She was nicer to me than my own mom. It was nice. Hello, Barris. Yeah, so that was nice. Yeah, she was heaps cute. I want her to be my mom. That's what I want. But she probably already has kids that aren't me. Imagine it. Dentists make money. Imagine having a rich, nice mom. That would be nice. Where am I from? I am from Australia. Let's do the spelling bee, I guess. Oh, there we go. Okay, we've got the letters T, D, G, I, L, and E. And we have to use the letter U. Chul. How do you spell chul? Can make a nice tutu. No, not a word? Well, it is a word. How dare you? Hello, Hyperbovian. What about chewed, as in attitude? Stop giving me chewed, bro. What about lewd? No, you don't spell lewd like that. Glue. Glued. Dugged? No. Glue is what Bakshin isn't? Yeah, she's been winning her races, so she's not gonna get turned into glue this week. Luckily for her. Yay. Dilute. Can we have dilute? Diluted. Oh yeah, boy. Let's have dilute as well. We can have glided, I think. Oh no, no. We can have guided. Even better. Am I frozen? Probably. Let me have a look. Yeah, I had trouble with VC face. There we go. Am I unfrozen? I should be unfrozen. Diet? We can have diet. Thank you. Thank you. Oh no, we can't have diet, Barris. We have to use the letter U. All the words have to have the letter U. But I do that all the time. I always forget. Oh, you don't have to be sorry. I do it all the time. I always forget. I think we can have lugged, like you lugged around something heavy. Is that a word? Let's try it. Yeah, it's a word. Oh, we finished. We finished. We did it. We did it. We did it. Look at us. We're so smart. All right. Now time for the crossword. And, I don't know. I'm really tired. I am so tired. I had my teeth cleaned today and I had a checkup and I had x-rays and I feel so proud of myself because, you know, you're curious, how old am I? A few millennia years old, probably. Probably a few thousand years old, I would say. Now, I don't tell people how old I am or my real name. That is a secret. That is the point of VTubing. Key above caps lock. Let me cheat. Key above caps lock. Where's caps? Tab? Is it tab? It's tab. Which is the any key button? Ooh, I'm thirsty. I think I'll order a tab. No time now. My computer's starting. Yay, I love Simpsons references. They're so good. Bias sports fan. Can I fit my name in here? What puts the eye in Silicon Valley? Well, it's not autism, is it? But there's a lot of that in Silicon Valley, I think. So, just putting that out there. Triangular road sign. That's the yield sign. The yield sign is triangular, right? Do they have that in America? I don't know. Oh, the iPhone. Okay. Let's try iPhone then. It doesn't fit. Yield. My dyslexia doesn't let me know if it's I before E except after C, but then that never actually, like, why is that even a rule when it doesn't apply most of the time? Hey, Banks, who's already lost. hope you have been found. Items in a music library for short. No idea. Conversation. Topic. Oh, this must be stop, because I think this is topic. Oh no, I think I just spelled yield wrong actually. 6 across is Intel. Oh, it could be. It could be. Like pants in the classic Nantucket style. I think this is Bells. Silver Bells Christmas Classic. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's just fill out some of these and then we can work out what we are doing. Oh. There once was a man from Nantucket. Yeah, I've heard that one. I have heard that one. Where is Nantucket? I feel like it's like somewhere expensive. Oh, this is CDs. Item in a music library for short. CDs. Okay, maybe this will help us. Biased sports fan. A loser? That fits. 2 down is amped. Pumped up. Oh, yeah. I didn't even read that one. Oh, this is Apple. This is Apple. What puts the eye in Silicon Valley? It's Apple. Farm fodder might be hay. I'm just going to put that there anyway. Tim Apple. Tim Apple? Is he the owner of Apple? Tim Apple. What's 5 down? Pants in the classic Nantucket style. What's a biased sports fan in America called? The only thing that I can think of on a farm that has a Y at the end is hay, so I'm just going to put that. And then we can have Homer and Red. I don't know. I'm just going to try it. Do, 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 do. I finally bagged me a Homer. What was that country singer that was on The Simpsons? I think her name was like Lurleen or something. And she falls in love with Homer. Yeah, I watch too much TV. That is one of my many problems that I have. Laureline? Oh, okay, I thought it was Lurleen. Lurleen. I want a soundboard, and on that soundboard I want, that's my purse. I don't know you. Wait, what happened? Oh, I clicked on the spelling bee again. Okay, I'm definitely tired. Let's play everybody's favorite game, Connections. Yay. Group words that share a common thread. How exciting. We got aphid, beetle, cedar, decay, easy, effort, geo, tick, beach, vendetta, apple, pine, mite, cookie, you, ZD. Okay, I see Mike, I see aphid, I see beetle, and I saw another one, and I see tick. Those are all insects. Arthropods. Yeah, Bobby Hill. He says, that's my purse. I don't know you. When he goes to a woman's self-defense class, so then he starts beating up all the guys in his year by kicking them in the nuts and yelling, that's my purse. I don't know you. And I don't know why. I find it very funny. We got types of wood. We got beech, pine, cedar, and apple. Types of trees. Oh, but yew is also a tree. Let's try that then. Trees. Wow, how am I so good at this today? Is it just easy? Is it just easy? It's probably just easy. The likelihood that I have gotten smarter is pretty low. It is pretty low. All right, now we got to mull on the rest of these. Yum, 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 yum. Ziti. That's like a pasta thing, right? Yeah, there does seem to be some pasta thingy, apple, cookie. But then what else? Decay, American things? I don't think you're allowed to say that. I don't think they've come to terms with that yet. Oh no. What shall we do? Easy effort. I don't know, those things are opposites. But that doesn't mean anything, so I don't know. Well, I mean, the good thing is that we still have like all of our lives, so presidential brain decay. Just take a guess. Yeah. I mean, I definitely could just take a guess, but I would rather sort of have a vague idea of like what they want. I'm just gonna guess. I have no idea what that would be. Nope. The only time I've ever heard of ZD, or however you say it, is in the movie The Goodfellas. Maybe it's something to do with that. You got no clue? Yeah, I got no clue either. Got no clue. Geo. Yeah, ZD's in The Sopranos. Yeah, I think it might be Italian-American food as opposed to like Italian food, because otherwise I feel like I would have tried it. Wow. ZT? Okay, let's try that. Oh, no wonder we... Yeah, that was sneaky of them. That was sneaky of them indeed. Words that sound like two letters. Oh, because I don't even... We say Z anyway, so this is like racist against people that aren't American. That's very rude. Letter is for apple cookie effort vendetta. Okay. That was stupid. That was dumb, and I want my money back even though I did this for free. I still want my money back. Give me back my money. I feel so good being like a functional adult that has health insurance because I just gave my health insurance card to the dentist, and then they were like, yeah, you just have to sign this, and I was like, huh? Oh, okay. All right, cool. And that's always a nice feeling. Not like they don't take money out of my account every month though, because they do. Look. All right, let's watch some news and then I don't know. It might not be a super long stream tonight because honestly, I might need to rest my brain because I don't feel great. Australian Israeli politicians react to Harbour Bridge pro-Palestinian march. You're already falling asleep, so you're gonna leave. All right, Delta, if that's how you feel. No, I hope you have a good sleep. It is really rough on Mondays. It's not great for anyone. It is awful. Yeah, get a good sleep. Australian Israeli politicians react to Harbour Bridge pro-Palestinian march. That's what I said? Yes, that's what I said. Let's watch it.
Sydney's pro-Palestinian protests have defended the march, saying it was an incredible event. Pablo Vinales is in Sydney with the details. And Pablo, what's been the reaction to yesterday's march?
Catherine, well, the turnout to that historic march over the Sydney Harbour Bridge yesterday far exceeded even the organisers' expectations. Almost 100,000 people walking over the Harbour Bridge to highlight the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. The event yesterday has made international headlines in Israel, in the UK and in the United States. And that
people that sort of like used like aerial drones and used like computer projections to count the crowd said there were 300,000 people, which when you consider like what's our population now, like getting up towards 30 million people in Australia. So if you consider 300,000 people marching, that's especially in that weather, that is pretty good. That is pretty good. I think it's good.
That was certainly the goal by the Palestine Action Group, the organisers of this event, of using this world-famous landmark as the backdrop to highlight their cause. Among those who attended the protest yesterday's Labor MP Ed Husick, who this morning said that it was a wake-up call for Australian politicians in their response to what is happening in Gaza, that Australian politicians have underestimated the community sentiment around what many are seeing happening in the Middle East. We have also heard from the Prime Minister.
Well, unless you're a psycho when you see innocent people dying, regardless, you know, irrespective of whatever the peripheral issues are, you're going to say, yeah, I want to see this stop. Like, it's not about ideology. It's about what's right or what's wrong. And like, if you want to prioritize like your support of, you know, a particular ideology above like human life, then that just makes you an asshole as far as I'm concerned. That just makes you a grade A F-wit.
Sir Anthony Albanese, who spoke a little bit earlier.
Yesterday's march was peaceful and was an opportunity for people to express their concern about what is happening in Gaza and the images that we've seen. It's not surprising that so many Australians have been affected in order to want to show their concern.
Now, Israel's Foreign Minister Gideon Saar has also weighed in on X. He has posted an image of what appears to be a protester holding a photo of Iran.
I think Sydney has like 5 million people now, does it? Or actually, Melbourne overtook Sydney as the biggest city. Let's have a look. Cookie, cookie, cookie starts with C. Yeah, 5.25 million. But I think that's what they call Greater Sydney now, which like has swallowed up a good proportion of New South Wales, to be honest. I feel like what is considered Sydney now, like historically wasn't considered. I think like they say Greater in Western Sydney goes all the way out to Lithgow. Sorry, Lithgow. You got to say it with 2 Fs. Otherwise, people will know you're not a local. Connections did me dirty with C is for cookie. Yeah, I've got that. Because whenever I babysit sick kids, they always like want to watch their Sesame Street and stuff. And C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. Cookie, cookie, cookie starts with C. I'm a really good babysitter. When I was in high school and I used to babysit kids, I used to have, because I used to babysit for like a bunch of like ladies that lived in the suburb that I lived in when I was a teenager, and they would tell me like their kids used to cry and beg for them to go out so that I could babysit them. Aw, so cute. Because I would always make it super fun because I don't know, I like fun. Fun is good. Like, please go out so Panda can babysit us. Yes.
Supreme leader, and on X he has said the distorted alliance between the radical left and fundamentalist Islam is sadly dragging the West toward the sidelines of history, and he has told Australians to wake up. Now, we have also heard from the New South Wales Premier Chris Minns today, who was against this protest.
B is for Vendetta is in Sesame Street. I mean, you would really hope not. But maybe it was just like pop culture references, because like the movie with Hugo Weaving and Natalie Portman, V is for Vendetta, I assumed that was that reference. But it's pretty I don't think kids should be going around enacting vendettas. That's yeah. That would be a failing on Sesame Street's part if that is actually happening. Although apparently Sesame Street started saying that cookies were sometimes food. And no, cookies are always everyday food. It's probably old news, but had I heard the drama about the T app? Oh yeah, where 4chan doxed all the female contributors to that website, where they were basically just saying like, this guy ghosted me, or this guy's like, I don't know, whatever. What was like the premise of the T app? It was sort of to, I think initially it was like to keep women safe and like be able to run background checks on your potential dates and see if like they're registered offenders or like if they have a criminal record. But then, I don't know, I think maybe it might have spiraled from there. The doxing app users got doxed themselves. Yeah. Well, look, like, I don't speak ill of any of my exes, you know. The thing is, like, not many relationships end on good terms, right? The relationships that kind of, like, do end really well typically end in marriage, right? Like, that's typically how it goes. Yeah, I just don't know. Like, I just wish people well and, you know, onwards and upwards, guys. That's how it goes. But I've heard from a few people that a few of my exes speak very highly of me. They're like, you know, when you've been out or whatever and you've met someone and they've been like, oh, you're blah blah blah's ex. Oh, he speaks really highly of you. And I'm like, what? Does he? Okay, well, that's weird, but sure. Okay, I'll take. I mean, I guess like, I guess I am a pretty good girlfriend, you know, all things considering, but it's nice to know. It's nice to know no one's out there making voodoo dolls of me. They're just kind of like, yeah, oh well. But yeah, like unless like somebody is like engaging in criminal behavior or is actually evil, because there are some men out there who are evil, like then you should warn, I think you should warn someone if somebody's like a mentally ill psycho stalker. But apart from that, it's like sometimes things don't work out, you know? Sometimes things don't work out. Just get over it. Build a bridge, love. Build a bridge. Build a harbour bridge. There you go. There's a challenge.
Going ahead even before the court action took place at the weekend. Chris Min saying that he was concerned around public safety. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
Firstly, it was a massive crowd, over 100,000 people, and if the weather wasn't appalling, I think it would have even been bigger than that, maybe even double the size. So there's no doubt there was a massive community demonstration, huge, from the perspective of Sydney. A lot of people were concerned about the situation in Gaza and had incredible empathy and concern about Palestinian children in particular, but the entire situation.
That was Chris Minns there speaking earlier today, the New South Wales Premier. And Pablo, what have the organisers had to say about the march?
Well, we heard earlier from Josh Lees from the Palestine Action Group, who is hailing this as a massive success. There were some points during that protest yesterday where police said that they feared the worst given the amount of people that were crossing the bridge, around 90,000 people. And at the points of when they were going to return, having crossed to the northern end and then returning back into the CBD, police said that at some points it became perilous.
That's not 90,000 people, come on. And they're wrapping all the way around the Khalil Expressway.
Protest yesterday. There were points.
I don't believe that's only 90,000 people. I don't believe that's only 90,000 people. I think that's at least 200, 250. I mean, people that like have software to estimate how many people there are looked at the drone footage and like used their software and said like that there were 300,000 people. So I'm more inclined to believe those numbers. I mean, I don't trust the media. They're always downplaying stuff, you know, to whatever end, probably because some of their funding's coming from a particular demographic of people, I would say. So they want to, you know, I know the ABC is government funded, but a lot of election campaigns come from, you know, the inner eastern suburbs of the major cities, if you catch my drift.
Where it was confusing, police messages were going out saying that it had stopped, that they would facilitate the return in a controlled way. Though Josh Lees says that overall this has been a massive success, that it has really highlighted the message and it shows the sentiment in the community.
We heard in the run-up to this demonstration from Chris Minns, from the Deputy Police Commissioner and so on, that this would be chaos, that this couldn't be done, couldn't possibly be done safely. Well, this has all been proven utterly false. Instead, what we saw was an immense and perfectly safe and wonderful day without a single arrest, without a single even scuffle or anything. So this was an incredible day, which everyone who took part should be so proud that they were there on that day to send this message to the world.
Now, Kath, given the result from the New South Wales Supreme Court, of course, it refused the police application for that prohibition order for these protests. New South Wales Premier Chris Minns says that the government is now looking at what this means, whether it sets a precedent and whether there is the need for legislation or regulation.
Well, the thing is, I feel like the media was so disappointed that every single person that protested behaved themselves and, you know, just engaged in everything in good faith, because I really think they were hoping that they could find... I mean, Sky News supposedly found someone in the crowd that had, like, a picture of, like, the Ayatollah or something. I don't even know. Like, I wouldn't even trust that, like, that's not doctored, to be honest. But, you know, they're gonna find the one person that out of 250, 300,000 people to try and say, oh, look, all these people from Western Sydney, look how they behave. Yeah. You want to see how people from Western Sydney behave? Come and say it to my face, bro. All right? Meet me at Eljana's in Granville. Let's fight. It's nice and close to the station. You can get the train in. I don't even live in Western Sydney anymore, but I just, you know, meet me at Bankstown train station. Meet me at the Fruit Bowl in Penrith Plaza. Let's throw down, baby. Let's go. I just like to fight people at Sydney landmarks, Western Sydney landmarks. It's how I live. Meet me in Cabramatta. Yeah, boys.
To try and address this, the Palestine Action Group says, though, it has no plans anytime soon to hold a...
Although I did see a sign that made me chuckle. It said, "Tell Netanyahu to meet me at Bankstown. I just want to talk, bro." And I thought that was funny because that is something that someone from Western Sydney would say. So I do like it. It is close to the station. You can get the train in and get an ambulance home. Yeah. And the original Eljana's is in Granville. And it's still like the best one. I haven't tried any of the franchises, even though there's some... Oh no, that's not true. I did get some garlic sauce from one of the franchises, but I've only ever eaten at the original one because I grew up very, very, very close to Granville, let's just say. And yeah, you know, if I knock a bitch out, I can go grab some garlic sauce from Eljana's, open it, put it under their nose, bring them back to life with that garlic. It's gonna wake some vampires. It's gonna kill some vampires. You know, it's we can do it. We can do it, guys.
Such a demonstration over the bridge anytime soon, Kat.
Pablo Vinales, thank you.
Ooh, Pablo. Oh, we can watch a video about that tea app, actually. But yeah, modern dating just seems like a hellhole. I'm glad that I'm like still hot enough that like men will just approach me and like I could just sort of sift through the ones that, you know, walk up to me, find like a nice cross section between the Venn diagram between like hot and emotionally stable, you know? It's what we like to do. Oh, it got hacked again? Apparently got hacked again. Who's got a good video on it? Which video is good? I don't know. Oh, let's just do this.
The tea situation keeps getting worse. Now, originally, I wasn't going to make this video, right? But
You know who tries to sabotage women more than anybody else? Other women. I don't doubt that, like... Look, I definitely think women... I do agree with some aspects of this app, or at least, like, the way that I read that it worked, right? Where you can pay to get, like, background searches on your partner. And look, like that sounds, you know, that sounds extreme. But I really want to know if the guy that I'm dating is allowed within 500 meters of a primary school. Like, I don't want to be dating somebody that's been convicted of any AEST crimes, especially crimes that, you know, involve children. Or what if they've got like domestic violence charges or prosecutions or anything like that. Like, that's scary. Hey Dango, good to see you. But just the taking it at face value, like what a bunch of like gossiping grandmas are saying, it kind of, yeah, I don't trust that, because I know a lot of women that just trash talk their exes, right? And it's something that like I try to never do, because it's like, well, you obviously like loved them at one point, you know, unless they're a bad person or something. And then just keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Unless they're a criminal, then tell the police. But otherwise, just keep it to yourself. Sometimes things don't work out, you know. It's called being a grown-up and conducting yourself with like grace and dignity. And yeah, sometimes taking the high road is freaking shit. But you know, you still find it funny how easy it was to hack the app. Yeah, it probably wasn't even hacking. Yeah, that is funny. But yeah, I did have a look at some of the photos of the users, and I'm just gonna say I can kind of understand why they might be jaded at people that, you know, are successful in the dating arena. Just gonna put it like that, maybe. Try and be, I don't want to like, you know, but sometimes you're ugly on the outside and ugly on the inside too, you know? Like, the thing is, like, if you aren't good looking, but you have a good personality and you're funny, you're still gonna find someone who will love you. But it's like, if you're ugly and you're a piece of shit, like, I mean, good luck. Good luck, love.
I think now, as the second bug has come out, the one we'll talk about in this video, it's almost required that I make a video about this. This, in my opinion, this incident where people's PII, personally identifiable information, is getting leaked on the internet, is going to become more and more common, unfortunately, as applications are vibe coded, right? And now, first of all, I want to make it very clear, I don't think the T app was vibe coded, just based on the timelines of the app's release, the timeline of the ChatGPT 3.5 release, and just kind of the nature of how this all lines up. I don't think it was a vibe coded application, but as vibe coded apps like this become more common and people forfeit fundamental security knowledge, bugs like this are going to be extremely common. The bugs in question are twofold. The first is kind of like the V1 of the T-hack, right? The T-hack. This is from about 2 weeks ago at this point, where basically the way that the T-app works is to get verified on this application, what you have to do is submit proof that A, you are a female, and B, proof of identity that allows you to submit these reports on this app, obviously, right? They don't want people to be able to just sign up without ID verification and then dox these men that are potentially not bad guys. They want real people to be making real reports. That's a great thing. The problem is, the designers of this application use this tool called Firebase. If you don't know,
yeah, but just because you're a real person, it doesn't mean you're not a vindictive, like, asshole, right? Or like a jaded, vindictive, you know, vengeful person. Because apparently people were just on there like writing fanfic about like guys that they went on one date with. It's like, I mean, granted, I've never been ghosted. Like, I'm sure that's probably really awful to go on a date with somebody and then they just don't talk to you again. But, yeah, just don't put out until you actually know someone. I mean, also, like, you don't know where that person's been. Make sure you have a fairly good idea that they haven't just been putting their willy in, like, everything. Because, apparently a lot of STDs are coming back, like syphilis, things like that, are making a resurgence. That's like such a King Henry VIII disease to die from, you know. Like spirochetes eating your brain is like so Tudor, okay? It's not Generation Z chic, okay? It's not. You say every person should get a token with embedded demo information for things like this, some kind of new demographic tokenization protocol. Yeah, possibly. I don't know. I think with anything like that, there's going to be problems with implementation and privacy and stuff like that. But I mean, this is like a frontier society, this app. This is like people just trying to get revenge on a guy that hurt their feelings. I feel like a lot of it is. Unless, like, look, if you're reporting on things like this guy's a registered child abuser, this person was arrested for, you know, abusing his ex-spouse, like, pertinent information, sure, those guys don't deserve their anonymity. They don't deserve probably to live in our society, but I won't pontificate on that for very long. But you know what I mean. But like, some people are just assholes, and yeah, it sucks, but you gotta move on. You gotta move on at some stage, you know.
Firebase is basically, it's like, picture S3 buckets, which are an application from Amazon where you can store files. They used Firebase buckets to store these files, right? The files meaning the identification of these women when they're verifying their ID. The Firebase buckets were not secured, which means that anybody could go in and download anything from the Firebase buckets. Not only that, the women were told that their IDs would be deleted from those Firebase buckets after they verified their ID, but it was recently discovered that applications at or before February 2024 were still inside those buckets. Not only that, they contained this crazy stuff called EXIF data. If you don't know what EXIF data is data that your camera or your phone or whatever may attach to an image to give it more context, right? This means that the image may have information about what kind of camera it was taken with, the focal length of that image, the exposure, stuff like that. It also may have the GPS data of that picture being taken. This is an example image from Google or from GitHub that I found, where you can go download and explore the EXIF data in exifdata.com, and bada bing bada boom, you can see exactly where this picture was taken. So unfortunately, the identification, so literally selfies and photo ID of 13,000 women.
Take it from Mushroom Lady. Don't leave your geolocation data to be found, guys. All right.
Was exposed in this Firebase bucket.
Man, it's scary out there.
It's important to highlight. Now, granted, I'm not a Firebase developer, right? I use AWS for stuff, but it is, from what I've heard, extremely difficult to set up Firebase to the point where you don't have authentication. When you make applications that use these bucket systems like S3 or Firebase, you know, Amazon, Google, you are required to write these access control lists are typically in like this JSON format, and you use that to denote what access controls, what accounts are able to read and write to the database. And here we have an example of one of those ACLs for Firebase that says, hey, basically anybody can read and write to the database as long as their auth is not null, which means that basically if someone is logged in with proper Firebase credentials to this bucket, they can read and write the entire bucket. But what you will see here is that these security rules are not
Gotta
secure.
say,
We warn them that any authenticated user.
gotta say, don't know how to code, guys. Gotta say, way above my bimbo pay grade. I did learn, I did at one stage know HTML, but I forgot it, so go me, I guess.
Can take these actions. And apparently, again, I'm not a Firebase developer, but people get emails about this stuff. People literally get emails over and over and over that says, hey, by the way, your bucket still exists in an unsecure state. Are you sure you know what you're doing? And in the case of T, they obviously didn't. Now, this is the first vulnerability that got highlighted very, very heavily on the internet. I'm not going to go too much deeper into this, right? I think it's just important to note that, like, not a great place to be. And you would think this is the end of it, right? Now, T actually put out a statement about this to kind of try to rectify it, right, with some corpo speak in there that basically said, hey, not great, right? This was a legacy authentication system, a legacy bucket. And oh, by the way, the archive data was only there for people that were going up until and before February 2024. So anyone after that, there are no leaks. We're good to go. Until the most recent bug came out.
Uh-oh.
Mr. President, a plane has hit the second T application. A second T breach reveals user DMs about abortions and cheating. This is where I think the layers, the Shrek
Okay, this is going... Well, I have to listen to that again. Sorry, my brain has gone into shock. My brain has gone into the... You know how your heart goes into cardiac arrest? My brain has gone into brain arrest. Into thinking arrest. I don't know.
And cheating. This is where I think the...
Abortions and cheating. Okay, I thought this was an app to keep women safe. Ooh. You couldn't torture this information out of me. You could not waterboard this out of me. What? Help. Can somebody help me? What is happening to everybody? What is happening to society? Please. I need help.
Layers, the Shrek My Swamp of this application start to kind of really show that there was no security, either forethought or like literally no security knowledge of how systems should be architected in this application, right? So the first application leak was basically, hey, the Firebase storage had an improperly secured ACL, meaning anyone logged in could go query the database and get these images down. Oh, and also the images had EXIF data. Okay, this one basically says, oh, and also every user that logged into the application was given an API key. Let me see if I can find where it says it in the article real quick. Yeah, was given an API key in the application on the front end, apparently, that they could access, and via that API key, they could query the rest of the database to query for the private.
You wonder why they didn't encrypt the data. It was probably just somebody that put together, like, you know, a rudimentary freaking app and had no idea what they were doing, or had like very little idea of what they were doing. I heard, and I don't know if this is accurate, but I heard that a man made the app originally because his mum had started dating again recently and he was worried about her safety, and that's why he made it. If you have the API key, that would decrypt the data. Also, maybe it was encrypted and then that... Okay, I don't know. Look, guys, this is above my bimbo pay grade, okay? I just like to use computers to do, you know, to read gossip and watch the news and play horse games. I don't know about the beepity boopity hexadecimal binaries of freaking 00110011 whatever. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I know you are Defect. I know you know a lot about this, but even if you tell me stuff, like, I can pretend I know what you're saying, but I'm just, you know, I don't really. Like I said, I like used to know HTML, and that's about it. I don't know. I can't remember anything.
Messages between any other user, right? So there's just a fundamental like architecture misdesign or like misunderstanding of how these things should work in this application. Now, there isn't a ton of detail out about like what the word API key means in this context. Like, is it an API key for a backend service that Firebase uses? Is it an API key for T itself? Either way, by design, the fact that the user has exposed to them an API key is super weird. The way that like traditional application design works, and again, I don't want to fucking hear about server-side components, okay? This is like how every application should be designed and how like separation of responsibility should be architected to keep security simple, right? There is a database. The database has a username and a password to get into the database, right? To get into the database to make queries, typically the way that it works is that the username and password of that database should be stored in an API. So that lives here, right? In some kind of environment variable or some kind of security vault that contains
I understand
of that DB. Okay, and then now to get into that API, typically there's some kind of authentication that happens here. So there's a DB here for the, you know, the images or the messages, and there's also a DB here for the users, right, or a table for the users. And so the way that this would work is user goes to log in and says, hello, I am Sheila123 at AOL.com, right? And they say, okay, cool, you are Sheila123 at AOL.com. Very cool. So now the user has some kind of token that the API can use to verify that they are who they say they are, either a JSON web token or a session cookie, right? Something very simple. And then from there, all of the communication between the user and the API is known to be between like this user, right? And so the ability to query data should only be data that is accessible via this user, right? The fact that an API key was given directly to the user implies that like there's some other service on the back end, potentially another Firebase service that the user was given like a long string of characters for, and through this API key, they could just go reach directly into the database and pull out any content. That means that like there is no security model, there is no like within the database like hardening that says that like, oh, a message is aligned to a user and only this user can query off of, like, it just complete disregard for security in this one. And it may be the case that like when
Can you sue? Can everyone involved sue? Can the ladies that got, you know, had their beautiful visages, you know, the faces that launched 1,000 ships in the opposite direction, can they sue? And can the guys that were like slandered and libeled, can they sue? Can everyone just sue each other? Hello, Sasha Jr. Nice to see you.
after they were authenticated, for example, right, they logged in with their username and password, they were given an API key. And but again, like the API key, the whole point of an API key is like this secret that an API has internal to the code, similar to like database credentials, and only the API has that permission. When you give out API keys, unless they are properly scoped, which I don't know of any API providers that allow you to do per user scoping of an API key. Like,
because this whole thing was a mess from inception, the idea of it. Look, if you just wanted to facilitate background checks, you know, which apparently you can just pay for in America because they don't have like the same privacy laws that we do in Australia. So you can just find out, you can just pay third-party people to, you know, do background searches on people, like criminal backgrounds or whatever. If it was just an app to facilitate that, because honestly, I think that's fair enough. I would want to know if I was going on a date with somebody that has been charged or convicted of domestic violence offenses, of SA offenses, especially of crimes to do with children. That's like 100% what I would want to, you know, I would 100% want to know that. Would 100% want to know that. And I think that's fair enough. But there's like your little personal vendettas and your little revenge fantasies and making sure, you know, that your ex can't get another girlfriend or yada yada yada. I don't know, that just seems, just why would you want your app to facilitate that type of shit? Well, I guess money, right? Is this like a pay to play app? I guess profit. That's why you would want to do it. And obviously women are so down for this type of thing, unfortunately. I think that goes for both sexes though. I think there's just horrible men and horrible women, unfortunately, and sometimes they find each other and they have horrible children. And so the creation of horrible people continues.
the fact that this was the design is truly insane. What it smells like to me is like they put an API key for some backend API in code that they thought the user couldn't see, like some JavaScript somewhere, and then because people forget that, like,
yeah, that's what I agree with you. I agree that publicizing men's phone and home addresses and all that on the internet is 100% stupid. But if you just like, if the app was just to facilitate you getting emailed a background check on a guy you were going on a date with so that you knew what you were safe, that's fair enough. And somebody that has access to like police databases obtains that info for you, because apparently that's something that you can do in America anyway. There's like plenty of sites where you can pay $30 and they'll tell you whether or not someone's got a criminal record. So I don't even think you would need the app for that. But you know, sometimes we be lazy and sometimes we just want to click a few things, bloop, 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 PayPal or Apple Pay or, you know, Google Pay or whatever. Back in the day, the government would send a book to your house that doxed everyone in town. Oh, yeah, the white pages and the yellow pages. Oh, should we show Defect the famous Australian yellow pages ad? The Not Happy Jan? Let's do that. If you do move to Australia, Defect, and you hear someone say Not Happy Jan, you'll remember I showed you this commercial and you'll be thankful because this became a part of our national consciousness. This ad. It's it's good. When you were talking about the phone book, it made me think of this. It's 18 years old. Is it 18 years old? No way. My day was okay, Sasha. How was yours? I went to the dentist and I went to work. Alright. This is the ad, Defect. If you hear someone in Australia say Not Happy Jan, you will know. This is an ad for the yellow pages.
Pages directory. Keep calm. Count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10. Not happy, Jan.
That used to be serious back in the day. If your business wasn't in the yellow pages, you know, that could be very serious. Now we just Google. A bish, and that's how we find. Now you just gotta have the SEO, not the yellow pages. Your day was pretty tiring, Sasha? Oh, well, I hope you can have a relaxful evening. You guess the value of the T app is multiple users of individual police checks. Someone checks a guy and then they share their reports. Yeah, and look, I think that's fine because not every woman that's going on a date has like $30, $40 or whatever to, you know, to vet every single guy that she's going on a date with, especially if she's, you know, going, like, looking for a boyfriend, you know, so she's going out and meeting maybe a guy every week or whatever to see, you know, if he's interested, if there's chemistry. Like, that's gonna add up really, really quickly. You like how she counts to 10 to try and calm down. Am I on Discord? Yeah, I am on Discord. One of the mods might share it, the Discord link with you on Kick. If you want. If you're not a bot, I don't know. You can submit a South African ad for comparison. You may. Oh, let's watch the rabbit ad. The Great Wall of China. There's no rabbits in China. Oh, you'll have to put the name of it in the chat. Defect, because only mods can share links. I think they're disabled. But let's just watch this ad quickly, because this ad's a classic. There's no rabbits in China.
Dad,
hang on. Let me make it big. This is another one. This is another one that everyone always quotes.
Dad, why did they build the Great Wall of China?
That was during a time of Emperor Nazi Goring. And it was to keep the rabbits out. There's too many rabbits in China.
Okay, now Daniel will do his talk on China.
Oh.
Yay! Too many rabbits in China. Do, 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 do. Is the ad called positively electrifying, or are you saying that? Oh, your ad is called Nando's diversity ad. Oh yeah, because Nando's is from South Africa, right? Except the Poms adopted it. Just gonna have a cheeky Nando's, isn't it? Come on, bruv. Let's go have a cheeky Nando's. Oh yeah. I don't know how they talk, to be honest. We have it here. I prefer Eljana's, obviously, because gotta represent my hometown. You love a cheeky Nando's? I should put that into YouTube, actually. Is it from 13 years ago? Or is it... I assume it's this one.
You know what's wrong with South Africa? All you foreigners. You must all go back to where you came from. You Cameroonians, Congolese, Pakistanis, Somalis, Ghanaians, and Kenyans. And of course, you Nigerians. And you, Europeans. Let's not forget all you Indians and Chinese. Even you Afrikaners. Back to Swaziland for you Swatis, Lesotho for you Sothos, Tswanas, Vendas, Zulus, everybody.
Real South Africans love diversity. That's why we have introduced 2 more items, new peri-crusted wings and delicious chinchado and chips.
Oh, what's happening? It's trying to make me love Nando's. No, I will not have a cheeky Nando's. Just want a cheeky Nando's, isn't it, bruv? Innit? I shall not. Zulus migrated from north of Zimbabwe some hundreds of years ago. Ah, the more you know. The more you know.
JavaScript is a front-end language that like the browser gets or the application gets. When the application was rendered, the rendering went to the browser, and then you could just extract the API key, and then bada bing, bada boom. You're not only your own user, you're the backend user, which is like, you know, the God mode user of the application. And because of that, you could download everything out of the database. I don't know, man. I'm having a hard time verbalizing this because I don't know how somebody makes this decision. It's like giving the user of the API key is like it invalidates every modern like design principle when it comes to like basic web applications. And yes, I know I'm like a hardware like kernel mode security guy, okay, but I've also like designed web apps.
Shall we watch Aussie ads? Classic Australian ads. Yeah, I like the one with the blue cattle dog that says bugger. Bugger. I like that one. That one's my favorite. Because it's cute.
Also written my own share of Python code, and I've gotten it right most of the time. Okay, so like I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid. Okay. Again, the reason that I'm making this video is because like I don't want to like highlight this too much more. I don't want to make like I don't want to make a mockery out of people that were like.
Yeah, it was for a ute. I just don't remember which one. I just remember that they had a doggy in there, and I like doggies, so I remembered it. And now we have a famous, world famous show called Bluey that also has blue cattle dogs or / blue heelers. I call them blue cattle dogs. I don't call them blue heelers. That's that police show that was on the TV for 500 years. You think the Hilux? Yeah, it was probably a Hilux. If I just type in bugger ad, it'll probably come up.
Affected by this, right? This is a really, really serious issue. And the reason I'm making this video is I cannot emphasize enough how important it is in application design to make security the #1 priority instead of making security the priority that like you kind of take your application that's finished and then like wrap it up in bubble tape, right? Like you like take your application and like you slap TLS on it and you call it a day. Because this whole situation, these applications that do provide utility, they do provide good things to users, but they just don't get it right. And because they don't get it so right, they get it so wrong, they literally like put the lives of people at risk. And it really scares me that this is like the future of the world we're going into. So guys, when you're making your next application, you can vibe code your shit. I really don't care. I beg you to do some reading about security and like just how fundamentally these things should be architected so that you're not making TApp 2.0. Anyway, that's it for now. Bit of a rant video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, do me a favor, hit that like button.
But what if I want to make it? What if I want to entrap people to use my app and then just dox them all? What if that's my evil plan and I just want to copy TApp so I can go, ha ha ha. Now everyone knows who you are. It was a trap. Mwah. Mwah. Na 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 na. Toyota. Yeah. I feel like South Africa and Australia have heaps of things in common, maybe. Like, especially when I saw, like, look at this. I was watching One Piece, right? And apparently that's filmed in South Africa, but I thought it was filmed in Australia because there's so many of the same plants. Like, look at this. South. That's not how you spell South, but thank you. South African. I'm gonna spell this wrong. Proteas. Australian. Okay, it's showing me sports teams. Australian. Proteas. And I'll just put flower so you don't try and get... But we do have proteas in Australia. What are you talking about? Oh, they both... So we have proteaceas, which include banksias, grevilleas, and waratahs. The connection lies in the shared ancestry when Australia and Africa were part of the supercontinent Gondwana. So that's why our flowers look the same. Hang on. I want to find a picture so you can see. Yeah, so these are Australian native flowers, and they look exactly the same as South African ones. Protea types Australia. So these are Australian ones. And how much do they look like the South African ones? They look exactly the same. But that's because, yeah, when Australia and South Africa used to be joined together when, like, the supercontinents were, you know, having dinosaurs and all that type of stuff a long time ago. I saw a documentary about it called The Land Before Time. It was very good. But yeah, they look the same. And I thought that was cool. And also whenever I'm playing GeoGuessr, and the terrain looks like it's Australia, but like things are, no offense defect, but things are a little bit run down and look like kind of a little bit, you know, a little bit, the infrastructure's a little bit, dilapidated, then I'm like, that's South Africa, because even the soil is the same color that it is in Australia, but obviously. Although we both have heaps cool animals, they're just different animals. I was going to say our animals are better, but you've got pretty cool animals, actually. What's this, Hyperbovian?
Do you?
The Shut-In's Guide to Australian Plants. Your animals are cooler. No, have you seen a wombat, sir? You take that back. Have you ever seen a wombat? Yeah, I didn't think so. Wombats are the best animal. Tigers and wombats are the best animals, and Africa doesn't have any tigers. Nowhere in Africa has tigers except for the zoo, and we have the wombat. So you don't see any kangaroos on the royal seals of European kingdoms. Yeah, well, it's on the Australian coat of arms, isn't it? And that's because they didn't even know that Australia existed then, okay? They didn't even know that Australia existed then, okay? Because that's how cool we are. They didn't find us. They stole your lions? They weren't invented yet. Yeah, that's it. They weren't invented yet. Cheetahs are cool. I like cheetahs. Zebras are, you know, they're just stripy horses though, aren't they, at the end of the day? Giraffes, you know, they're just trying to show off with their long necks. Whatever. Whatever. Let's find the bug ad. Hippos try and eat you, Defect. I don't want to get eaten by a hippo. Don't they eat people? Disgusting behavior. Stop trying to eat me. Our animals don't eat us. They just sting us with venom. Oh, ooh, ooh. Bugger. Bugger TV ad. Oh, that says burger. I don't want... Did I say that? No, I didn't. Stop it. Here he is. Oh, I thought it was a blue cattle dog. It might be another kind of dog. How many of them were there?
Bugger. Ooh, bugger me. Bugger. Easy now, son. Ooh, bugger. You bird.
Bugger.
Bugger.
In my mind, that was a blue cattle dog. In my memory, that was a blue cattle dog. Did I get Mandela affected? Oh no.
Bricks, topsoil, planks.
Oh, there is a blue cattle dog. Thank God there is a blue cattle dog. I'm not insane. Okay, this is the real ad.
Planks, handbrake.
Bugger.
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 Bugger me. Bugger. You'll always look good in a Hilux.
There was a blue cattle dog. There was a blue cattle dog. I'm not crazy. Yay. I love doggies. Ah. All right. Okay, all right. Let's play Scrandle. Let's play some Scrandle, boys. Let's go. Scrandle. We gotta go for pizza. Sorry, Hungary. We're going with Italy because they also have beer. They also have beer and pizza. Can't go wrong. Winning combo. The Fleet Dog. Sausage, bacon, cheese, and onions in a baguette. Or duck-loaded fries. Ooh, that's actually hard. The best Hilux ad was Top Gear. No, the best Hilux ad is all the really hot tradies that drive Hiluxes. Whenever I see a really hot tradie, he always has a Hilux. And I think that is honestly the best advertisement for them. But yeah, let's go for the Fleet Dog, I guess. That was really close. Macaroni cheese pie or double mega burger? Let's go for the double mega burger. Ham and salami pizza. Or katsudon. Ooh, katsudon. Katsudon is good, but pizza's also good. I don't know, guys. This is in Japan, but I think everyone in Japan is going to... Oh, the pork cutlet is only $3.70 and the ham and salami pizza is $9.40. Bratwurst. Bratwurst is very good. Or bacon cheeseburger with cheesy chips. I'm going to go for the bratwurst. Yes. I think I had mustard on it. Chimichurri steak and chips or loaded fries. I'm going to go for the chimichurri. Yes, correct. Plymouth. Bacon double cheeseburger or this sad hot dog with nothing on it. We're going to go for this. Oh, chicken tenders and chips. They look real good. Oh, I was wrong. What is this? That's not a sausage roll. What happened to that sausage roll? Is it okay? Let's go for the chicken bucket. Currywurst. Sausage in a crepe with chips or currywurst. I'll go for currywurst. We only got one wrong. We only got one wrong. Look at us. We are so smart. We are the smartest in the whole world. Food guesser. Daily. Potatoes, besan salt, turmeric, red chili powder, green chilies, ginger, mustard seeds, curry leaves, garlic, coriander leaves. This dish is a popular snack made from mashed potatoes or other vegetables, seasoned with spices shaped into balls or fritters. These are then dipped in graham flour and deep fried into golden crispy. Often enjoyed with chutney or a hot beverage. Maybe because it's either going to be the UK because they love chutneys or it's going to be India. But let's try the UK because I have a feeling that they only eat chutneys that way. I think I read that somewhere. Ooh. United Kingdom, innit? Nope, cold. Alright, try India. Correct. Correcto. Correctamundus. This looks like pita. Pita. Oh no, it's not because it's got pork on it. First thing I read is pork. It's not. I take that back. Pork, bread, dough, salt, black pepper, paprika, oil, onions. Optional cheese, optional eggs. Maybe it's Greek then, because it looks like Turkish food, but it's got pork on it. Let's try Greece. This dish is a flavorful, oval-shaped flatbread with marinated pieces of pork and sometimes other meats. The bread is soft on the inside with a crispy crust and traditionally baked in a fire oven, seasoned simply with salt, black pepper, and paprika. Let's try it. Grease. Grease. It borders Greece. It borders Greece. Which side does it? I don't know. Because I wanted to say turkey. Like, I obviously wanted to say turkey, but then it says pork. So how would it be turkey? You still like we still have to go east? Or do you want to throw in a suggestion? Could it be like Bulgaria or something? Could it be like... Maybe it could be like Bulgaria or somewhere. I'm just trying to... Yeah, let's try Bulgaria. It borders Greece and Bulgaria. I need a map. Like, I can't... But then it's cheating if we look at a map. I'm just, I'm having a blank on that region of the world tonight. Macedonia and Turkey? Yeah, but it can't be Turkey because it's pork. Try Macedonia then. It's not showing Macedonia. It's like literally not letting me input Macedonia. Does it not recognize Macedonia as a country? What's happening? North Macedonia. Sure. Boop. So it's just basically Turkish food, but with pork. Cool. We like it. Flour, sugar, eggs, butter, lemon zest, orange zest, anise liqueur, honey, salt, vegetable oil for frying, colored sprinkles, candied fruit, cinnamon. Cinnamon? I don't know. This dish features small deep fried balls which are sweet and crispy on the outside and soft inside. They are I'm so tired. They are generously coated in honey and adorned with colorful sprinkles or candied fruit for festive flair. Traditionally, they are arranged in a mound or wreath shape, creating a delightful and visually appealing treat, often enjoyed during celebrations or special occasions, offering a delightful blend of flavors and textures. Looking for clues. Looking for some clues. This could literally be anywhere. Honey always gives the Middle East to me, though. Whenever I see honey, I always like, they do like there. Do like there. What do we want to go with? I genuinely have no idea. Kind of looks like a lazy crocman bush. Yeah. Well, if it was profiteroles, I would have already eaten them all. They would already be gone. Lebanon is warm. Lebanon is warm. We're not completely screwed. I don't know. Hungary? Is Hungary warm to Lebanon? I don't think Hungary is warm to Lebanon. I think that would show us cold. Yeah, let's try Italy. Let's try other Mediterranean places. I think that is the way to go. Yeah, correct. We are a gastronomical genius. Look at us. Look at us. You thought Hungary was basically Middle East? No, it's like Central Europe. Slightly east of Central Europe. You're looking it up? You want some? I had Chinese for dinner. I had Mongolian beef and black bean beef with rice. I'm in a beefy mood. Beefy mood. I didn't get any prawn crackers, which I think is illegal. I think it's illegal to not get free prawn crackers with your Chinese. And I might sue for emotional damage because I think that's pretty rude. I'm probably gonna play like a little bit of horsey game, but not heaps. I know, probably like another 25 minutes or so because I'm very tired and I need to go to sleep because I don't know what they did to me at the dentist. Maybe Alex Jones is right. Maybe because I had a fluoride treatment at the dentist, it made me go, wah. Now I'm a zombie woman controlled by the Illuminati because I had fluoride at the dentist. I mean, it could happen, right? Boopity boopity poopity scoopity. Ooh, pretty derby. Oh, okay. New support cards. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. What's happening? Winning ticket snapshot. Oh, okay. Oh, I obtained friend points. Friendship is magic. Okay. Konnichiwa. Unagi oishii? Daijoubu? Watashi wa kawaii? Unagi oishii? Oh, I can race again? Should I check my skills? What do I do? I think my skills are okay, right? Yeah, I think I'm close to the... Okay, my skills aren't getting any better? Okay, cool. I will just race then. Let's race! Racing. At long last, Sakura Bakshino challenges the Sprinter Stakes for the second time. However, right before the race, I am left befuddled at what is happening in the waiting room. Flower, you stop right there. Stay there just as you are. Give me a moment to think. For times like this... She's trying to play innocent. She's sneaky. I don't trust her. Bakshin practically leaps out of the waiting room with Nishino Flower in tow. Just what does she have in mind? Torture? I am ready. Flower. Yes. I have a promulgation for you. Promulgation? Huh? Did you not understand? Did you mean declaration? Yes, basically something like that. I have a declaration for you. I vow to win against you in the Sprinter Stakes. Fair and square. I plan to use this race as proof I've grown in skill. This is why, Flower, I ask you to come at me no holds barred. As the class's president, stayer capable of running 3,600 meters, I allow you to challenge me. Representative Stayer. Well, I'll do my best. Please do. Now let us compete fair and square. I thank Nishino Flower for her kindness and patience while sending Bakshin on her way. Alright. Let's race. Let's win. Let's smash that little cutie's face into the ground. It's what she deserves. Opening the jukebox at the upper right will show all the songs you unlocked. Ooh, that's cool. We should look at that. Come on. The favorite is the little flower girl. Come on. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. Okay. Yep. Just keep up speed. You can do it. Little cutie's trying to catch up. Oh, we're gonna catch up. Oh, we got our class representative powers. Come on, let's go. Come on. Get out in head. You can do it. Accelerate again. Do something. Oh no, she's ahead again. I hate this little chick. We need another... Nah, she won. She won. We did not win. We did not win. Well, that's not number one, is it? You're a loser. I don't know why. It said we can race again, so I'm just going to. I don't know why. I think it'll let us go back in time and run again. I'm not entirely sure. This is the same race, so I'm very confused. But that's okay. Oh, we didn't select Nakayama turf, I don't think. I think that's why maybe we lost. Okay, come on, let's go. There she goes. This is happening just exactly the same way as before. Come on. Where's the little turd? Where's the little turd? Oh, there she is. She's over here. She's accelerating out. Doop, 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 doop. There she goes. Try not to lose this time, lady. Come on, come on. You can do it. Everybody's using their velocities. They're accelerating. Everyone's accelerating. You have to accelerate too. Here comes the little turd. Here she comes. Here comes Turd Face. Use an alarm clock to give your trainee another chance. Should I end the career or should I try again? What do I do, Hyperbovian? You think the career is over? That's sad. Yeah, you might want to work on her speed. You might want to work on your manners, little turd muffin. Okay, do you want to meet me? Do you want to meet me in the car park at High Street Macca's? Alright. Let's go. Let's go. Your best boys against my best boys. Let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna bash someone. She didn't have to rub it in like that. What a turd. We didn't achieve our goals. But that doesn't mean our dreams are ruined. Yes, it does. That's exactly what it means. We're losers. We're failures. We suck. Excuse me. Don't speak for me. What if I want to take her to the dog food factory, okay? Gonna get turned into glue, love. That's what happens. We don't have losers in this house, okay? I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I would never do that. Or would I? Find out next time on Panda Chan's Psycho Adventures. What a loser. Don't be so happy, okay? We're losers. These are all your inspiration stats for the next run. The stud stats, if you will. The studs. Studies. Oh, do I have to have this girl next? I don't want her. Can I get another girl? Can I get another girl? How do I do it? Go to the shop? Trade that bee in? Where's the shop? Oh, there it is. Welcome, please take your time. Shush you, okay? I'm doing my bimbo best, okay? It's really hard out here for a bimbo. As they say on Sailor Moon, how dare you attack a girl in bimbo-ness? Voucher exchange. Okay, voucher exchange. So I can choose who I want. Where's the goth girl? Yeah, I want the goth girl. Oh, her voice is cute. Do 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 do. Yeah, I want the goth girl. Alright, love. Tone it down a bit. And before she steps in a puddle and gets in an awful mood. Well, you would be in a bad mood if you stepped in a puddle as well. How would you feel? What do I do? I should choose rice shower and career. Reset. Okay, what do I do? Talk me through it step by step. Back. Back. Like this? Like this? Okay. Then can I go auto select or does it... Excuse me, my throat. My voice is going. Wow. Auto is fine? Okay. Include a guest. Back. Include a guest. Auto select what? What am I auto? I'm auto selecting inspirations. I keep skipping over the screen. Which screen? What am I doing? I'm just pressing next. So on this screen now, yes. Affinity. And tick guests. Scanning the screen. Above next. Above next, auto select and reset. Green, auto select. Woohoo! My cat just licked my leg. Why can't I see where it says guest? Are you sure it says that? I feel like you're gaslighting me. It's 2 buttons. Huh? Click auto select first, then guest will pop up. Oh, okay. Do I say okay? I can't see it. I feel like I'm crazy. I can't see it. Where is it? I did what you told me to do. What the heck? Okay, I'm giving up. Click the box. Which bucket? Which box? I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're telling me. Is it over here? Okay, I'm gonna look at every single thing on the screen. If I see a word called guests, I will click on it. I'm sorry, I probably sound really fucking dumb, but I literally can't see it and I have a headache from fucking looking. Like... Do I have some kind of disease where I can't see the word guest? I don't understand. Like, what the fuck is it? Whatever. So fucking annoying. There was literally nowhere that said guess. I'm sorry, but I feel like I need to go in a mental asylum. Yeah, I've got a headache. I'm gonna go to bed. Good night, everyone. I can't even look at the screen anymore. My freaking head hurts.